Dania Denise here, and let's jump right into modeling FAQ number 5. What is a freelance model? If you are a model who is getting your own work but you don't have an agent, guess what? You are a freelance model. If you are an aspiring model who wants to get into the industry but isn't quite ready to get agency representation or simply doesn't want agency representation, that means you are going to want to be a freelance model in order to get your career started. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible to explain what's involved with freelance modeling and how you go about getting into it. So there are some major differences between freelance models and models who have agents. Number one is that freelance models are their own agent. You don't have agency representation, however, you are responsible for finding your own work, getting your materials and photos and everything put together. It's all on you. So the first steps that you need to do if you want to be freelance is you've got to put all of your photos, portfolio, headshots, and everything into place first. You can't submit to clients if you don't have professional quality pictures to submit, right? So that means you're going to have to contact photographers locally, set up test shoots, arrange for these different photo shoots so that you can get the looks that you need that depend on what kind of modeling you are interested in. So if you want to do fashion, you want to shoot fashion themed photos. If you want to do fitness, lifestyle, commercial print, beauty, cosmetics, parts modeling, you get the idea. You want to have examples of professional quality photos to showcase in a portfolio that you can send to clients who are looking for those kinds of models. Now, that's a huge difference with agency represented models because it is the agency's job to help them put those materials into place. Normally, I always say that when you're submitting to agencies, you don't need professional pictures, and you don't. You need digital snapshots because once you get signed, it's then the agency's job to help you put together your test shoot to create the images for your portfolio, for your headshots, for your comp cards. But freelance models don't have an agent, remember? So that means that you need to put all of those things together yourself. It doesn't have to be as complicated as it sounds. Like I said, it just means reaching out and networking with local photographers that have experience shooting the kind of modeling you want to do, setting up those shoots, getting the shoots done, getting the photos back, and then using them in your portfolio, crop them into a great looking headshot or get a certain specific headshot photographer to shoot your headshot, and then everything goes from there. Now, the next step after you've gotten all your photos together and you're ready to market yourself is to get on the internet. It's still the number one resource for advertising yourself for little to no cost. There are many online sites like Model Mayhem and One Model Place, two of the most well-known ones. Of course, there's a whole bunch of other ones that are equally as good that may not have been around as long, but those are examples of social networking sites that are specific to the modeling industry. Once you set up your membership and your account profile details, upload your photos, then you can start using those websites' casting resources to actually submit to jobs, both paying and non-paying. You can also set up your own website. There's a number of ways to do that, so I won't go into that here. You can set up a Facebook page. There's any number of social media outlets that will allow you to showcase your work and what type of modeling work you're trying to book. So that's the second big step. Third big step, start submitting to castings. Sometimes people will reach out to you for opportunities, but more than likely you're going to have to network and you're going to have to hustle and you're going to have to use those online resources to find out where castings are taking place, what kind of models they're looking for, and then submitting to the ones that you're eligible for. Now, once you start doing that, you're going to start getting responses. When you get those responses, you go to the castings, hopefully you get booked, and then you start working as a professional freelance model. You're also responsible for payment. Unlike agencies which deal with vouchers and the whole payroll process, you are your agent. So it's your responsibility to invoice the client, or they may provide you with paperwork. You've got to deal with all that stuff. But the good thing is you get the full paycheck. There's no one to pay commission to. There's no one to worry about taking a huge chunk of your earnings. And so that's probably the biggest benefit of freelance modeling. Another big benefit to being your own boss as a freelance model is the fact that you can make your own schedule. You can work as much or as little as you want. This is definitely ideal for people who are concerned about the time commitment that it often takes to be represented by an agency. If you're in school, if you're working, but you don't want to walk away from those things to try to pursue modeling full time, then freelance modeling is a great alternative because, like I said, you can make your own schedule. So the more you submit, the more you put yourself out there, the more opportunities are going to come your way that you can possibly be considered for. The less frequently you put yourself out there, or if you just put some photos up and don't do anything else, it's going to be slow. So that's the hardest thing about freelance modeling is you don't have access to all the same clients and contacts as agencies do. However, it is all on your shoulders to pound the pavement to create those opportunities, to build those working relationships with the clients that you do book so that hopefully they spread the word about your services and your good reputation as a great model and help you solidify your career according to what you want for yourself. There are also agency represented models that also freelance on the side. This is super common, and that all is on a case-by-case basis depending on how your agency feels about freelancing. But you don't have to worry about choosing one or the other. In most cases, you can have both an agent and be freelance. But if you want to go straight to the freelance route, that's totally an option too. So I've laid out the steps, I've explained what freelance modeling is, and hopefully it's for you and that you have some success based on the information I have in this modeling FAQ. Thanks for watching.